Good day, mathematics students. I'm your teacher Darwin, and in connection with the upcoming event of the mathematics department for the mathematics festival, I'll be speaking or discussing to you on how to solve a Rubik's Cube, the moves that we are using or the algorithm that are possible to solve a Rubik's Cube. But before we proceed in solving a Rubik's Cube, let's have first a simple history on Rubik's Cube. Okay, so a Rubik's Cube is a three-dimensional mechanical puzzle. A puzzle consists of 26 unique miniature cubes, also called cubies or cubelets, originally called the Magic Cube. And it was invented in 1974 by Erno Rubik, a Hungarian sculptor and professor of architecture. And also, a standard Rubik's Cube measures 5.7 centimeter, approximately 2 and 1/4 inches on each side. And the original Rubik's Cube had no orientation, markings on the center, faces. Therefore, solving it does not require any attention to orienting those faces correctly. Okay, so let's have the Rubik's Cube parts. First, we have the center. Next, we have, and on this part of a cube, we actually have 6 different colors. And 6 determines the color of the faces. And we have also the edge. We have 12 edges in a given cube. And then we have corner. And on this Rubik's Cube, we have 8 corners. Next, we have the Rubik's Cube moves. Okay, if you have a Rubik's Cube with you, you can use or practice these moves or algorithm with your Rubik's Cube. Okay, first we have the move up, or in symbol, we are using U. So on this part up, you need to move your upper or the upper layer of your Rubik's Cube 90 degrees clockwise. That's for U. And then for U prime, this is actually, you need to rotate your Rubik's Cube or the upper layer of your Rubik's Cube 90 degrees counterclockwise or anti-clockwise. Just follow the arrows in solving or in moving your cube. Next, we have F. That means front. Okay, so you just need to rotate the front or the face of the Rubik's Cube facing you with 90 degrees, and just follow the arrows that you are seeing in the presentation or in this video. Next, we have F prime, or the front anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. Okay, so we need to rotate that 90 degrees counterclockwise for your F or front. And then next, we have L for left. Okay, so remember, part of the Rubik's Cube, on the left part, you need to rotate that 90 degrees clockwise. That's for F. And then also with the left part, but it is L prime, so we need to rotate the left side of our cube 90 degrees counterclockwise or anti-clockwise. And we have also D for down. So the lower layer of our cube. For this move, we need to rotate that 90 degrees clockwise. And for the D prime, we need to rotate that 90 degrees counterclockwise or anti-clockwise. And then B stands for back. So the back portion of your cube if you are facing your Rubik's Cube. So you need to rotate that 90 degrees clockwise. And then for B prime, that is 90 degrees counterclockwise. Just follow the arrow that you're seeing in the video. And then next we have R. So for the right side of your Rubik's Cube, if we are rotating that 90 degrees, that is actually the right way. So 90 degrees clockwise, and then for the R prime, we need to rotate that 90 degrees counterclockwise. Remember that if you see a apostrophe and the letter, that means you need to rotate that counterclockwise or anti-clockwise. But if also we have this move, like if you can see R2 or U2, that means you need to rotate that 2 times with 90 degrees. So if we are given R2, so that means you need to rotate your cube 180 degrees clockwise or twice 90 degrees. Okay, so that's the move that we are using in solving a Rubik's Cube. Next, our objective is out of this figure configurations, we are going to get the one and only solution. So actually this is the algorithm that can be used, or the number of ways that a Rubik's Cube can be solved. But in your part, if you have a technique on your own on how to solve a Rubik's Cube, you can use that. But remember, in this contest or in this solving Rubik's Cube, time actually really matters. So the one who got finished first in solving a Rubik's Cube will be the winner. That's depend on the technique or algorithm that you are using. So remember, time is important in solving Rubik's Cube. Next. Okay, so this is actually I'll be giving some step. This is only one algorithm that you can use in solving a Rubik's Cube. So for step 1, in your Rubik's Cube, you need to create this pattern with a center of yellow and then 4 edges with white. So we call this actually as white daisy. Okay, so this is the step 1 that you need to do in solving a Rubik's Cube. Next, after having a white daisy, we create a white cross. Okay, and remember, if you complete the white cross, you need to consider the color in the one edges, and then for the center, that should be the same. Okay, so that is creating a white cross. Next, for the step 3, now we are going to use some algorithm that can be used in solving the white corners with the first layer. Okay, so the algorithm to be used is R, U, R prime, and then U prime. R stands for right, U stands for up, R prime, counterclockwise rotation 90 degrees, and then for the right side, and then for the up per layer, you need to rotate that 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay, note with white cross should be at the bottom. So that is actually a repetition of move for every corner. And then next, second layer or the middle layer. Okay, so if you have to solve or to arrange the middle layer with the same color, we have actually two algorithm. For on this part of the Rubik's Cube, if you want to put the edge with red and blue color into the left side, you need to use this algorithm. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, and then F prime. Remember, U stands for up, L stands for left, F stands for front. And if you see a prime or apostrophe, that means you need to rotate that counterclockwise. And for if you want an edge to put in the right side edge of like this in the figure, you can use this algorithm: U, R, U prime, R prime, U, F prime, U, and then F. Okay, so again, remember U stands for up, R for right, and then F for front. That's the simple way on solving the second layer of your Rubik's Cube. And then next, for step 5, we need to create a yellow cross at the top. Okay, so for the yellow cross, actually, it is a repetition of this algorithm. First, after you finish solving the second layer, just look at the top and at the top of your Rubik's Cube and see the color yellow part, and just considered these 4 patterns. If you see a dot, an L shape, horizontal line. Okay, so if you have a single yellow at the center of your Rubik's Cube, you need to apply this algorithm F, R, U, R prime, U prime, and then F prime 3 times. Okay, so that's for if you have a dot in the upper layer or in the top portion of your Rubik's Cube. If you have a yellow L shape, then only twice holding the cube in your hands as seen on the image. So you need to use the algorithm twice. But if you have a horizontal line pattern, you just have to execute the permutation once, or the algorithm wants to have your yellow cross at the top. Okay, so that's for the step 5. Next, we have the yellow corners. Our algorithm in solving the yellow corners is this: R, U, R prime, U, R, U prime 2, and then R prime. Okay, you just need to repeat the algorithm until you complete all the yellow corners at the top. Okay, so it can be 4, 5, or 6 times. Maybe if the cube are arranged, it can be only thrice or twice. But depends on the way you rotate your cube. Okay, next. For the final layer. Okay, so you just need to use this algorithm: R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, and then R2. Okay, take note that you need to repeat the algorithm until you complete all the colors on one side of the Rubik's Cube. And after that, you will going to solve your own Rubik's Cube. Okay, so step 8, complete the Rubik's Cube. Okay, so remember those algorithms you can post every step of this video if you want to learn the basic the beginner's guide in solving this Rubik's Cube. And congratulations, you have done it, and then thank you for watching.